week, and this week is no different. We're going to dish it up with Dr. Deborah Stroman. Let's go.
From the basketball court at the University of Virginia to the classroom at UNC Chapel Hill, Dr. Deborah Stroman has it all covered. Now this professor and sports business entrepreneur is about to take you to school. It's time for Dishing It Up with Dr. Stroman and the Sports Shop on Buzz Sports Radio.
D. Stroman.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Stroman.
Good morning. Good morning. I want to start off with admonishing you all. You're all getting a slap on the wrist with the roller.
Uh-oh.
What we do?
We do this stuff.
The Hornets. We all have to take accountability here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a strong believer in promote what you love, don't bash what you hate. If there is some child out there in New York or L.A. or Chicago who wants to be a Knickerbocker one day, they want to be a Bull, they want to be a Lakers. But if every person in this state who loves sports and loves basketball, if we talk about how uncomfortable it is to watch a Hornets game, there's some little child out in the driveway or on the playground says, I don't want to ever be a Hornet.
I mean, you want us to tell the truth on the show, don't you, Dr. Stroman?
I was going to say, come on now.
Let's promote what we love.
Okay, I got it.
I love the fact that the Charlotte Hornets are in North Carolina.
Right.
There we go. There we go.
If I want to see basketball, I'll go see the Panthers play.
I love the fact that I love the fact that the Hornets have really nice color uniforms. How about that? That's pretty good.
Yes.
Okay, good.
I love the fact that we do have an NBA professional team in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Yes,
and that we have access to.
Yes, we do.
I love the fact that I can see my favorite team come play the Hornets.
Now, that little child in Apex that one might not work very well, Matt.
Okay, all right. I was trying.
Okay.
I was trying.
But we do want our great basketball players in North Carolina to one day grow up and excel and say, hey, you know what? I've always been someone who wanted to play for the Hornets. Okay?
Yeah, we don't stop people from following NC State basketball. They follow that.
I'm talking about next level.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We got to change what's going on here in the state. We got to help the Hornets. We really do.
Okay.
I know it's tough. It's not easy.
You know what? We're going to open that up later in the show. What could the Hornets do to get better? Hard Rock Rivers?
Wow.
Hot Dog Rivers. Yeah, that's a star. Apparently, that's supposed to be the secret.
That's a secret sauce.
Yeah, it is.
But
apparently.
that is my topic.
Okay,
All
right, let's go.
Coaching changes, whether it's the NFL and the Chargers, whether it's the Milwaukee Bucks and the NBA. It made me think again because, it's January where we do a lot of personal cleansing, mental, physical, all of that. And I was thinking about my brand. I live in two spaces, as you all know, sport business and then the leadership work around racial equity. And, thinking about how it's important to continue to grow this program and to support our listeners, it's important to get to know you all, get to know know the Sports Shop team.
Oh, God.
So when we think about our purpose, we think about our legacy, we think about our ambition, and you think about these coaches who've had a lot of success, and now they're doing startup again, right? With, we're talking professional, but also in college sports as well. There are coaches who will say, you know what, I want another round at this. I want to go at it. So getting to know you, the first question for all of you is, you're a new coach, and you're thinking about your staff, who you want to bring with you. And I'm thinking more on the college level. If these were binary, if it was an either or, would you go with the younger coach who doesn't necessarily know as much, but they're very loyal to you? They're not going to undercut you. They're not going to call people and say, you're not going to believe what my head coach did. I wouldn't have called that play. Or would you go with experience? That person who might have been a head coach knows probably more than you. So the question is loyalty or experience?
For me, loyalty. You go with the one you can trust, and you build and grow together.
What's that?
Okay.
Did you say something else?
No, you did, Pam.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'm gonna bring up the one I trust.
I mean, We just hiring one person. I mean, what we do? How many? What do we do? How many people here?
All
our
right,
staff.
Mac.
Our staff. Well,
you're building your staff.
You're building your staff. Yeah.
So
I'm putting them in extremes. Obviously, you would want to have a mix. That's ideal.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, if you had a choice, would you go with loyalty or experience?
I always go with a mix. I think you always need to have people that see things that you don't see, whether they're completely loyal to what you do or not. You can get them bought in. I mean, you can't be completely opposed to what we're trying to build, but loyalty will be the closest to me, right? And the others, it will be a form of some form of containment, and there's ways you can do that, of course, by position, by what they have, what they do, and who they report to, and other places in the business. But you must always have a mix. Just because they're loyal doesn't mean that you have all the tools that you need to succeed.
Right, but I thought she said like one.
Yeah,
you're
right.
one coach, and then you build on the rest, experience and all that.
Well, the one coach, that one that's closest to me is the one that I can trust. That let's go get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100% loyalty. I mean, on my end, it's funny. Phil Ford and I just talk about this all the time. And Coach Smith used to say, when you hire somebody, you got to hire somebody you trust and that's loyal to you.
Yes.
So Phil got a job. I mean, and if they know a little about basketball, that's a plus. but
wow.
no, but definitely you want somebody that's loyal to you.
Well, you tell it.
Yeah. That's pretty unanimous. I think it speaks to our own experiences and seeing people being undercut, gossiping, whether it's in sports or not. We know in organizations there are a mix of people, and some are insecure, and they will climb on your back. They will cut you. They will say things about you that are untrue. And so having that loyal coach there where they're going to celebrate with you and they're going to go down with you. So that says a lot about you all and your experiences.
Yeah.
How about college? Let's do college. Does this new era of some limited athlete freedom, as in name, image, and likeness, now they can go and talk to people, they can have their own advisors to figure out ways that they can put more money in their pocket. No doubt the transfer portal, that is clearly still an unknown in terms of whether or not it's really working. Would you sign up? I mean, we've seen Boeheim, we've seen Coach Williams, Coach K, a lot of veteran coaches, even in their pressers, are saying, I'm not sure how much longer I can do this, or this is really different. I don't know if my style is going to work. Does this new era of some athlete freedom excite you, and would you sign up for it? Or would you say, you know what, I've done it, been there, got the T-shirt. I'd rather be a broadcaster, a color analyst, or go sit at the beach in the rocking chair?
Would I personally do it, or should
would you sign up for it? You get an
I would
opportunity.
sign up for it because I feel like I can adjust, and areas that would take to be successful. I would dive into that, so to speak. So I feel like I would sign up for it. It's because I just personally feel like that's something I could do.
Can you give an example of what you would do that some of these other coaches aren't doing, or you would duplicate and double down on?
Well, one of the things I would do is I give you a good example. Nicholas G. Saban, he was one of the first.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I heard him.
Yeah.
Look, one of the things he did, he had this whole staff of consultants, so to speak. That was kind of like new when he started 15 plus years ago, and it had a lot of very talented football minds. And he created this farm system of being able to have really, really experienced coaches and people talking with players. And you take that same model, you take a model like that, you turn that around and you say, now I need the same farm of people that understand this part of the business, because it is a business, this part of the business, and how do we create a model to where we can consistently retain the staff, the talent that we have, and have a plan to replace talent, as one or two people leave here and there.
So kind of like creating a board of directors for your program.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Okay.
For me, I'm going to take the first thing you said. I'm just going to be the analyst somewhere and watch, because I just think right now I feel like it's so hard to coach, where you could coach and coach up a player and develop a player. It's such competition now with NIL, and well, if you don't play me, make me mad, I'm going to go over here, things like that. I just think it's hard to build a sustaining program with NIL right now.
100%. I agree with Pam. I'm old school. I'm done. I've coached enough. The mechanisms they put in the transfer portal. I mean, you had guys that started for you and played well and made all conference and made all American, and they're going to another team the next year, only because they got paid more money. Yeah. The transfer portal allows them to do that, so you have no control. You don't know what kind of team you're gonna have from 1 year to the next year. So if you had accomplished career as a coach, and you're on the backside of that, I'm done. I'll punch out. So there you go.
So we often say that everybody has a price. So for you and Pam, if the starting salary D1, men's or women's basketball, $1 million. What if they said 1.5 million? Would you still turn? Oh
yeah. I think I might coach. I might stay in there at least one more year. Then I'm gonna get fired because we're gonna lose, but I'm gonna have my money.
Part of the reaction. I mean, Nick has a whole bunch of money.
Well,
and the NIL and the transfer portal was some of the contributing factors because he had less control than he's had in the previous years. So the fact of the matter is, you're an accomplished coach and you've been coaching for a while. You should be good. Money is not going to be the motivating factor for you.
That's a great point.
So given that, I'm like, no, I'm good. Yeah. I'm good.
That's a great point.
Yeah. But I would just like to add that I think a lot of people villainize the portal and NIL. Like, it's some insurmountable obstacle that no one can operate within. But I think, keep in mind, some of those coaches that you talk about leaving, Dr. Stroman, what you're asking them to do is take someone in their 70s, possibly late 70s, mid 70s, and say, I know you've always done it this way, but now I want you to manage a complete staff of remote workers, all by Zoom, all this way. And there are a lot of people in a lot of different places punching out the same way. Because they're like, I don't want to sit at home all day on a conference call on Zoom meetings. Mm-hmm. And you've been with a company for 25, 30 years, and they're quitting because that's just not how they like to manage. That's not how they want to do it. Well, you know what I'm saying? So it's not because all of a sudden, employees now are making ungodly amounts of money, and employees are now, switching jobs and positions just because they want to. Really, it's because you're asking the person that's responsible for the program to make a change that they're not willing to make.
And that's my point. Why I said it, I'm like, they bouncing. I'm done.
Yeah, I don't want to change anymore.
Yeah, right.
Which also, unfortunately, feeds into the stereotype that hiring very experienced, quote unquote, leadership and management is not a good idea, which is why a lot of senior people don't get rehired into management because they don't believe you can actually adapt.
Mm. Yeah, new world. Advances in technology has changed every industry.
Yep.
Every industry. Okay, last question. I often ask this of my students and some of my those in my close circle, business circle. If time and money were of no issue, what would you be doing now with your life?
If time and money was of no
that's
issue.
A tough
you had all the time in the world and you had all the resources that you could possibly need to do it. What would you be doing right now?
Pam, she's excited about this question. Go
ahead, Pam.
You know what? I would be doing exactly what I'm doing right this second. I just get to do it more often.
It's funny.
We'd be syndicated. We'd be all over. We'd be doing this every day for hours.
But what are you doing?
Whatever.
That's the question.
All right,
sitting here with my guys talking sports.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Good one. That's a good one, Pam. But I agree with you, Pam.
Facts.
I agree with you. I would actually be sitting here doing what I'm doing, and then I would probably leave here and probably going to play on my golf course.
Your golf course, Keith. Yeah. Okay. I
it's
heard
fun.
that.
Hey, Mac, I didn't know you liked golf that much.
I do. I do. I just don't get a chance to do it because time and money is an issue.
Wow.
It's funny you ask that question because all the time we sit around, friends of ours, like, if you hit the lottery,
what would you do?
What would you do?
Yep.
I would be doing the same thing
Yes.
I'm doing right now.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
be doing this. Probably go by the cigar shop for a minute. Go get a cocktail and go home.
Yeah.
That's what I do anyway. So what that change?
It's the gods of the truth.
We are on purpose. I think that's what
That's
that
the truth.
means.
I mean, I think the people that I love, I upgrade their life and make sure that they straight. But in
Yeah.
terms
What
of me,
what you doing?
but in terms of what I'm doing, I probably
Yeah.
do the same thing I'm doing.
You might invite them to come play with you.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I won't have to have
That's
the
about
other
it.
3 jobs, but I forgot to mention
Again.
that.
Yeah.
This would be the only thing.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what happens when you do what you love and you do what you like.
That's
Yes.
exactly right. That's exactly right.
Well, you all are very, very blessed. I'm blessed to know you. The station is blessed. Capital Broadcasting, WRAL, Fort Chop. I mean, such a blessing to have 3 wonderful anchors for this show who are living their best life.
Mm-hmm.
Are we still hustling? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But you all are doing it. So lessons to be learned for the listening audience. Thank you for always tuning in, but we've got the best of the best.
Hey,
Oh, we
yeah,
love you.
we
You're
love
the
you,
best
Dr.
of the
Stroman.
best.
Yeah.
Dr. Stroman, do me a favor. If Doc Rivers asked to consult with you, call us first.
Well, that's,
Absolutely.
yeah, but that's again. She may end up being the head coach. That's what happened to Doc. He had to consult with
Exactly.
Adrian
No,
Griffin.
no. If he has to consult on what she doing.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Exactly.
I got you.
So, Dr. Stroman, quickly before you get out of here, big game tonight. You ready?
Yes, absolutely.
That's right.
There's a
South
lot
Carolina,
of big
LSU.
games. Yeah, there's a lot of big games going on, but no doubt I will be in Carmichael tonight because University of Miami, coached by former Duke player Katie Meyer, is coming to Carmichael, and Tar Heels are feeling good right now. They're near the top or still at the top of the ACC, so that's going to be very, very competitive. I'm going to make sure I have my laptop because I will have that big South Carolina game against LSU on the. So I'm encouraging everybody. Women's basketball tonight in the midst of all the other great things.
Absolutely.
As always, Dr. Stroman